The 2010 Cadillac SRX has been completely overhauled in an effort to better compete with luxury crossovers from Lexus and Acura. Cadillac designers wanted to make the new SRX look and feel more like a modern crossover while still displaying the trademark Cadillac aesthetic.
It's got all the functional, kind of attributes people really want in this category, but adds a ton of Cadillac technology and maybe even best, a ton of great Cadillac styling to really differentiate it from the other competitors in the marketplace. I mean, in some ways people size up a vehicle in about a millisecond, and we wanted very much the profile, the silhouette to say crossover SUV. So that was a big difference versus the last SRX. It's very much the kind of proportions and shape people expect. But then I think all of the detailing, all the creases, all the jewelry, if you will, is all pure Cadillac, right down to some really cool looking tail lamps that almost hark back to tail fins of old. It very much has a much faster roofline. In fact, some ways the kind of three-quarter rear view of this vehicle is what's really interesting, because you see that kind of sloping roof a little bit. You see the real interesting tail lamps that is very much a signature Cadillac. This vehicle was very much developed with a real strong wheel orientation, I think maybe versus the earlier generation. So we got the wheels a little more outboard, and it just has a much more sort of a prominent stance, if you will, all geared around, especially the big 20-inch wheels.
One advantage to moving from a rear to front drive system is interior packaging. The 2010 SRX provides greater flexibility for passengers while delivering on the luxury that Cadillac buyers expect.
As important as the exterior is, there's a lot of belief that in this segment, cars are sold from the inside out. I mean, the interior is especially critical. So first of all, the whole design is very much Cadillac. We did a lot of things to give it extra feeling of spaciousness and roominess. A lot of Cadillac hallmark features like cut and sew. So you see some leather wrapping, some French stitching, kind of our signature pop-up nav screen that's been so popular in the CTS. There's a real innovative system where it has a power lift gate, but if your garage happens to be low, you can actually set the maximum height. So if you're in a parking lot of a Costco or of a Saks, it will go all the way up, but there's a separate function where if you're in your garage and you don't want to hit the bottom of the garage door, it may only open up, let's say, three-quarter size. So
Cadillac also wanted smaller, more fuel-efficient powertrains for their new crossover. GM's new 3.0-liter direct injection V6 and a turbocharged 2.8-liter unit deliver 10 to 15% improvement in fuel economy while also giving drivers plenty of punch.
The first one is our new 3-liter DI, a double overhead cam engine, 260 horsepower, great engine, great efficiency, still fun to drive. But this year we also add, for the first time ever in the U.S., a turbocharged engine. We have a 2.8-liter turbo. Takes all the virtues of smaller displacement downsizing, acts like a small engine when you need it, but when the turbo kicks in, it's all kinds of fun, and that puts out 300 horsepower.
The new SRX will also offer a technologically advanced Haldex all-wheel drive system that can transfer power to any and all wheels anytime slip is detected.
People that are used to all-wheel drive systems that transfer torque from the front to the back to the wheels that need them, that's pretty standard these days. This electronic limited slip actually transfers it from right to left in the back. So basically, even if there's only one wheel that's getting traction, the system instantaneously transfers that. In fact, it almost does that preemptively.
The 2010 Cadillac SRX is scheduled to hit dealer showrooms by summer 2009. For Autoblog, I'm Chris Shunk.